Two unemployed actors, two unemployed actors. They're just between projects.
Welcome back to Two Unemployed Actors. I'm Max.
I'm Sam.
We have a great show today. I'm going to talk about some voiceover issues in a positive, constructive kind of way, The Russo brothers get a mention, and I'll tell you why. And Sammy has been on set for the movie Ruby's Choice.
Yes.
Lots to talk about. First of all, yes, I keep wanting to say Rosemary's Baby, and I don't know why. It's got absolutely nothing to do with even a different genre. It's going to be a long show today, isn't it?
Always.
Genre. Give me some rose wine while I talk about genre.
Oh my god.
Some rose. So Ruby's Choice, what are you doing? What's going on?
Ruby's Choice. It was so I had a friend of mine contacted me. I think I spoke this last week from 3 Weeks in Spring. I knew her through 3 Weeks in Spring, and she was the COVID nurse on set of Ruby's Choice, which is a new Aussie feature film coming out next year.
I'll stop you there. The COVID nurse. So this is the world we live in, right? So we've got to have a plague attachment to each. COVID. I mean, it's great. It sounds like it's safety first.
It's a requirement now for productions to have a nurse on set. So to give a talk, make sure everyone's wearing masks, and kind of just keep people up to speed.
It's going to take a while to get used to it as well. Right, yeah. That also helps.
Well, she was, yeah.
It's going to take a while for everyone to get used to that life on set.
Yeah, I mean, so we all had to wear masks. Obviously, not in front of the camera. It would have been a completely different film. Probably very creepy because we were in a cinema.
We've all seen Contagion.
Yeah.
That wonderful documentary.
Oh, God. And so it was great. So I saw Jane Seymour from across the room. And I was like, oh my God, it's Jane Seymour.
Oh my God, it's Jane Seymour. You didn't say that? Oh my God, it's Jane Seymour.
I said it in my head.
Okay, that's all right.
I didn't say it to her face.
Don't be that guy.
No.
Be next to that guy. Laugh at the guy. Don't be him.
Yeah, it was cool. She kind of didn't talk to us, like anyone too much. She was kind of in the zone.
Right.
She was work mode, but she was good and she seemed lovely. And so Michael Budd is the director.
Yep.
He has directed multiple things. He's been in The Matrix. He's been a stand-in and a body double for Lawrence Fishburne.
Because I know just before we went on, you showed me a photo, and after you told me he was a stand-in for Lawrence Fishburne, now every time I look at him, I'm thinking Lawrence.
He looks like
Lawrence
Fishburne.
Unsee Lawrence Fishburne in him.
Here's the thing.
Which is not a bad comparison.
No. So it was clear why he was. Yeah, and he was lovely. He said he said hello to everyone and thank you for coming, because it's a film about dementia. So it's a very heavy topic but an important one to tell. So he seems very excited about this, and they were going to start shooting in January,
right?
In Brisbane, and it got cancelled. Because of COVID.
Oh, this January, yes, of course.
Yeah, January before, so it got cancelled, and then they started again on Monday.
Okay.
First day was Monday. First day was yesterday.
And they're filming all of it in New South Wales?
Filming it all in New South Wales for about a month. And what happened was they flew in Jane Seymour, and she had to be in quarantine for 2 weeks, and she just got out of quarantine on Sunday.
Wow.
Straight into it on Monday.
Because I know we talked about last week how the new Nicole Kidman Lane Moriarty miniseries, 8 episodes, is being filmed in northern New South Wales, and that got greenlit just recently, $150 million. Thank you very much.
I realise now why the budget is that. Because of, have you looked at the cast?
Oh, yeah. I know.
I was like, I want to roll.
It's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. But anyway, so my point is they had to come in, they being Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban and staff, on the private jet, and they went straight to her property in the Southern Highlands, just south of south of Sydney, to quarantine. They're not leaving.
Yeah.
But also primarily to pre-production.
They all flew in?
Because they've already casting already.
Yeah.
Like they've cast the leads, but they're casting a lot of roles, even trying to get as many people as possible local to the area of Byron Bay.
Yeah, okay.
Which I think is going to be a challenge because of the COVID issues and travelling.
Unknown people?
I don't know. Lots of different. I mean, over 8 episodes, you've got lots of 50-worders.
So has everyone flown in with her and all staying at her place?
I have no idea. But I mean, in terms of quarantining, it's so important, and we sort of get it now.
Yeah.
Because Victoria's spiked again. I mean, it's nothing compared to the US or Brazil or something, but so they had to quarantine, but to still make the movie on schedule, it was about quarantining in a pre-production world as they turn their huge property into pre-production studios.
Sure. Jane Seymour had to be in quarantine as well, and they had to send costumes through police and then up to her room, and so getting her ready for the shoot was a pain in the ass, apparently.
Imagine the pressure on wardrobe.
Yeah, I know. I know.
I mean, obviously you have to sanitize everything as well.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But it was very cool. We were in the cinema all day, and being an extra was being an extra, and it's
lots of waiting.
Lots of waiting. But it was cool to be on set again, and it was really fun. Yeah. And we all had to wear masks, and that's just firstly for a safety issue, but also like if a paparazzi like gets a shot of Jane Seymour, and one production member's not wearing a mask, it's shut down.
Yeah.
So
there's strict. I mean, it's a blessing in that there's investment locally, that the industry is moving forward in Australia, and that's great. But it comes with such responsibility, right?
Yeah. But it was a lot of fun, and two of my other friends were there as well, well as Jess.
Oh, that's great.
So it was a lot of fun just chilling out, and
because as an extra, you realise just how long it takes to set up shots.
Yeah, yeah.
Hurry up and wait.
The crew was so professional. They did like that.
Yeah, it's
so
cool,
good. And everyone was lovely. It was really cool. It was a really cool experience.
It's nice.
It always is.
It's good to be back on a big set.
Yeah. But I just want to roll on a big set.
Yes,
we all do. But it's been good.
Our break.
Went back to Grant last Friday as well.
For a reality check? On your skills?
But we actually... So, here's the thing. So, I've been reading this book, Freeing of the Natural Voice. Okay. It's about opening up and kind of... your voice is so important. It connects you to your emotions as well.
Right.
So, once you're loose and chill, you can actually then be more emotional and your voice is important about like resonance and all this stuff.
So, does that involve certain exercises to help you get into
the zone? Intro is amazing. Like, she's written it so well, and it's so interesting how we like act on secondary impulses, which have been like kind of ingrained into us from childhood. So, when we're trying to...
Fred, don't try and kiss Sam while he's talking.
When we're trying to be polite, we may go a bit higher in pitch in our voice, just being overly polite. But that can affect your vocals, and then your chest resonance slightly disappears. But you get taught that just through... It's very interesting.
Throw in an accent.
I recommend it for anyone.
Okay.
Not just actors, but for anyone who wants to open up.
Because I know, certainly with voiceovers, I mean, it's all about the voice, so you've got to make sure you're warmed up and
I think
you're ready to go.
I actually think you'd love it. But I was doing that, and I've also realised, I've been rushing. I've been like comparing myself to 35-year-old actors who have made it already.
Yep.
I'm 20.
Yep.
I should take my time.
Relax, take it, and make sure and that also frees you up to enjoy each opportunity, each project that comes your way.
And I've freed it up, and one thing that I've heard from Jonah Hill before in an interview, which I loved 8 years ago, was that don't chase that thing that you want, because it'll come if you just keep doing what you love. And I would have liked to think that I was just doing what I love, but there was that moment like I'm trying to get there. But so I've let go of, I guess, caring as much, even though it's my life goal. And I think it also helps that I finished work an hour before we got to Grant's, so I was a bit delirious, but it all helped, and I was more chill. It was as chill as ever seen me, which was great. And Jess and I both read through this awesome storytelling monologue, and he loved it. He was very happy that week. It was one of the first weeks in a while that I left not frustrated with myself. And being frustrated in myself is a bit of a catch-22, because I'm frustrated because I'm not calm, but because I'm frustrated, I'm then frustrated for the next week as well.
I'm an overanalyzer, like massively.
Me too, yeah.
And I think I've learnt over the years how to harness that, because I'm not going to change it. And instead of walking out of the room and going, why didn't I do that? Well, why didn't I do that? Why didn't I just throw it onto the next thing, and I'm analysing forward. And obviously some things you do, you learn from, and it's great. And in a constructive way, not a negative way is what I mean. Because otherwise you can spend forever diagnosing what just happened, to the point where you're what's the word I'm looking for? You're doing yourself a disservice for the next opportunity.
True.
And to the point, I mean, on radio when it was live to air, and that I'd be like after a shift going, well, why did I say that, or why did that happen, or there was 1 second of dead air, and I'm like beating my head against the wall. It's like, come on, man. In the scheme of things, you'll be okay. Yeah. And getting over it at a young age is great. And I knew then, I'm not going to make, no matter what I do, I'm not going to make everyone happy. Yeah. And that's fine. Yeah. That's great. So prepared me for the world of social media, that's for sure.
There we go.
And of course, acting.
Yes. I'm still waiting to hear back from Helga's as well. Helga's commercial.
The TVC.
Hope, fingers crossed.
And that was a self-tape?
Self-tape.
Yep.
I'm just Anusha Zarakesh. I realized I got her last name wrong last
No.
podcast, so I apologize, Anusha, if you're listening, but I know you and I know
That's why you haven't got a call back
who
yet.
you are. Yeah. Oh, no, she's listened to Two Unemployed.
She's listening. She's got the red pen out and just crossing out your name.
No.
That's right. I'm sure it's...
She downloaded my tape
Did
to
she?
delete it.
Wait, what?
No, I'm just going. I'm joking.
I see what you're saying.
She purposely
dear.
downloaded it to be able to chuck it away because I got her name wrong. Yeah.
Speaking of getting things wrong, I've struggled. I've struggled with a specific job in voiceover land, okay?
Voiceover land.
Every week I find there's a voiceover project that has a word that maybe it's because of how it's placed in there or the type of emphasis on the word before or... You know, I know I just had a microsleep too, but hey, hang in there.
No, I'm listening.
and it's like I just can't get it to sound right, you know.
Okay.
And I knew it when I said it, and then I spent so many takes getting this particular section right. Then I gave them like 3 or 4 options to choose from, and sent it away. And of course, the feedback comes back. Could you just redo? Don't change the levels, Fred. Could you just redo this word patented? Patented. Because it's another, perspective, another corporate read. Mm-hmm. Obviously, you know, they're very dry and it's all about the product and we're selling and it's written by committee and okay, it's not, you know, about the emotions. But a part of it was this new patented process. I don't know why. I can do it now. You just said it. I can do it now.
What were you doing before?
Patented.
Oh, no.
Like
patented.
There's lots of T's. Patented.
It is a weird word. It's been patented.
Patented. This new patented process.
Patented.
You see?
Patented.
And then once you've locked onto it and you're focused on it, good luck. Good luck trying to say it ever again. This patented. And so it came back and do you know how many times? I had to do 2 revisions. Process. Like it came back. And that's like it's okay sometimes, but the clients heard it and gone, you might just want to, just that word. And feedback like, you know, there's an extra couple of seconds. Can you say this sentence a bit faster but make it longer and with emphasis on this word? I'm like, what? And it's the patented word that's called out. Patented. So anyway.
So did you get it?
Look, it was great. Look, fortunately, I think I got the job because the audition script, and you never do the whole, if they supply the whole audition, and generally they don't, bless you, Fred, wear a mask, they generally give you just a piece to read. You don't, even if you have the whole script, you don't read the whole script because then the risk is they might use that. Yeah. Whereas you're doing the job and getting paid. So, fortunately, in the audition, the word patented was not, forever known as that word. That word was not in it, which is probably why I got the job. Yeah. But once getting the job...
What was it? It was just an audition word.
No, this is for a corporate... I think it's a video for their website, but also part of a welcome pack for employees and for trade shows and things to talk about this new process that they've been developing. And like it's the biggest thing since sliced bread for them. This is what they do, and it's going to unlock lots of opportunity. And Max is there going, it's patented. So you know we got there at the end because the process is I send an audition away. Yeah. It gets listened to hopefully, and if they like it, thumbs up, and I'm shortlisted. And then they'll say, "Congrats, you got the job." And you send through your best, and if there's like different catchphrases or things that are really important, I might do different versions of those particular things. Yeah, right. To give them more options. Okay. And generally that's fine. Sometimes there's a revision or 2 that are required, and I include that in my quote. But I did use the 2 revisions to get this word right. So it's just one of those weeks, and it just haunted me. And fortunately, there was no other scripts that week with that word. Yeah. And never again. Everyone's got the memo. Television commercial. My goal is to make life insurance more interesting. And that was really something I didn't think I'd ever have to say.
How? It's telling people you need this because you're going to die soon.
My 3 lines, I've got more time to learn them now because it's been moved from Monday to Friday. My real insurance television commercial for life insurance where my on-screen child is actually of driving a car age. Mm-hmm. Which I'm still not used to at all.
My God.
I know.
Wow.
That's freaking me out. And for a guy who doesn't have kids, having your on-screen kid able to drive a car, feeling older, eh? Look, it's just me. Moving on. Russo brothers. So the reason why I call out the Russo brothers, we're talking about Joe and Anthony Russo. Let me just get Fred wrangled. Russo. I say Russo, you say Russo. It's the same.
Tomato.
It's the same two guys. Fred, you be a good boy. Okay, intense eye contact there, like that. Joe and Anthony Russo. They're the guys behind Agbo Productions, which is important because we're talking the movie Extraction.
Yes.
Biggest ever on Netflix, 90 million views. Awesome. Relic, which was filmed in Melbourne, and that was a great horror movie on Amazon Prime in Australia. Oh, scary. 21 Bridges is another one. Community. Have you seen Community, the television series?
No.
It's really funny. They produced together Avengers Endgame and Infinity War, and I think they actually directed both of them. Directed Endgame. Captain America, that sort of stuff. That's how they met Sam Hargrave, who was stunt coordinator on those, and then he ended up with Extraction, funded by them, and he was directing.
Written as well.
Small world.
By the Russo
I don't think they wrote Extraction. But let me talk to you about why I'm in love with them at the moment. Russo Brothers Pizza Film School is what it's called. The Russo Brothers Pizza Film School. Basically, the way this school works, and it's really cool.
I need to know why it's pizza.
They pick a...
You're getting to it?
I'll tell you. They pick a favourite... Good question. They pick a favourite movie to discuss on Friday night, and this is like on a Monday, and they send it out on social media. This is the movie we're going to talk about on Friday. It gives you the time to actually watch it if you haven't, or refresh your memory.
Yeah.
They then source pizza from a different local business each week in their area because, hey, they love pizzas, they love movies. Who doesn't?
Mm-hmm.
You're just not human if you don't. They invite others to come on their Instagram Live and discuss movies of the week. They've had Ronin. I love that movie. Empire Strikes Back.
Oh, yeah.
No Country for Old Men, and heaps more. And just to give you an idea, they had Mark Hamill come in and talk through Empire Strikes Back with them. Yeah, as you do. The one I really enjoyed was Taika Waititi coming in and talking about Flash Gordon, the movie from the 80s. I've seen this movie so many times. It's just so cool. I mean, the soundtrack by Queen on Flash Gordon is intense, and it is just so... It's just cool. It's cool.
The visual effects.
I know, but it's just cool. And the way the story behind it about how the script sort of unfolded as it went, and then the lead didn't want to come back due to pay dispute, and they had to dub him with someone else's voice. And basically, it's awesome. You learn so much about storytelling involving, how they film certain shots, the special effects that they had to make sure they balance, not take over, and then how they struggled with the second act, how they prefer to frame if it's not, if it's a mainstream movie versus if it's an art movie.
Yeah.
I've learned a lot, and I really enjoyed the one with Taika. I think I'll link it in our social media on our Facebook page. Sure. Because it's worth a look, and they've got their YouTube channel, which you can subscribe to, which I'll forward as well on social.
Yes, please.
And you can see all of the Q&As they've had based on all their pizza movies of the week. Look, it's just a great idea, and at a time when there is some downtime, and although they're producing heaps, not nothing, but LA is running at 20%.
Yeah.
It's great that they're wanting to just give some more time and give back. Like, it's not like they're getting paid for this, and it's something else to do and the rest of it. But what a great way.
They've created it. It's just
it's because they love, and literally they order pizza, turn the cam on, and they're on Instagram Live. That's
very cool.
And it's just all about the craft. And I love it. And the movies they pick, like movies they grew up with, movies they love, like Flash Gordon, Ronin. I mean, come on. Some great movies.
Yeah.
And why Taika is significant for Q&A around Flash Gordon is because guess who's attached to the upcoming Disney animation Flash Gordon?
I'm going to say Taika Waititi.
What? Oh, God, it's like you read my mind.
Oh, no.
He's writing along with a couple of others, and the rumor is he's directing it, but he hasn't been certified attached to it as a director.
A live-action version of Flash Gordon?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And how cool with Taika, and so it was really good to get, because he's done heaps of research.
So are they going to redo the Queen?
I don't know if Queen again.
Soundtrack. No, but
I don't know.
You know how
I don't know. But
Freddie,
talk about pressure. Whoever's going to do the score.
Yeah.
Absolute pressure.
Yeah. Well, you know how the film Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yes.
So they had parts of Freddie Mercury, and then that guy in Canada who can do an amazing Freddie Mercury impression, and then a bit of what's his name? Who was the lead? I forgot the lead's name.
What? How could you do that? I've forgotten to.
Anyway, so they could do that for Flash Gordon. I don't know. Maybe they would, or maybe whatever.
Well, I mean, it's not cheap to have Queen tracks on your Look, it could be. It could be that. I don't know. I mean, I think there's also an opportunity for a fresh approach in the spirit of the Flash Gordon.
Rami Malek.
Yeah. It could be an opportunity for a fresh approach. Who 100%. Knows? But I tell you, that soundtrack was amazing and just goes with the movie. Its whole camp sort of scenario. It's just like, it's just so cool. So I think it's hard to kind of, I don't think you'd want to replicate it.
Yeah.
Copy paste it. I think it's an opportunity to do something completely fresh, mindful of the legacy though, and respectful of the vision from that original movie. But anyway, original movie. I think there was one in 1936. But hey, I can't remember that. I was too young then that was going to be a joke. But I just couldn't even say. I don't know what's wrong there. I can't talk today. I don't know how we've got through 20 minutes. Yeah, but today in particular. And this guy does voiceovers for a living.
Yeah.
God, what do you do? I talk a lot.
That's all you do, right?
I just need a script, obviously.
Yeah.
Better with a script.
Except for patented.
So look, I feel
Oh my God, I just did it.
Stop being able to do it correctly in front of me now, because that's the thing. That word. It's great to be on set. It's like I've had an opportunity each week this month to do it. A couple of corporate, even the corporate stuff was great fun and having fun with it. It's just great to be back in front of the camera. And then the commercial on Friday is going to be a lot of fun. I mean, okay, it's insurance, but
it's still commercial.
I've worked with the crew before, and I know their pace, and I know like if you turn up and you know your lines, you know how you're going to deliver them, you know what you need to do, then it's easy to play around with those finicky things like, okay, we've got an extra few seconds, we need you to pad that out a bit.
What have you worked with? Have you worked with the crew on commercial before?
Finder.com.
Yeah, Finder, right. Okay. Did you get
different client? So different client, different budget. I got that direct. So this one I got through the agent, and it's a bigger project. But I've worked with them before, and I know their pace. So it's all pretty quick. If you turn up, you know your stuff, you know how you're going to deliver the lines. I know it sounds weird because there's only 3 lines, but there's different ways to sort of get things across in certain times, because it's like on the brief with the script, it talks through the timings, because I've got to do a 90-second, a 60-second, a 30-second.
Yeah, right.
And so...
Did you self-tape this, or you went in for...
this was in the room audition. Don't you listen to me when I talk to you each week?
Who was it with again? God, who was it with again?
Oh, my God.
Was it...
you interrupt my stories to ask me the questions that you asked me last week.
Oh, no, I didn't.
Yes!
Wait, hold on.
For real insurance.
Yeah.
Which I've mentioned several times.
And forget the casting agent.
You
didn't say that last week.
I don't know, because I think they went direct. The production company.
There you go.
Yeah, so the production company went direct. But...
See, I didn't forget.
What was the saying?
Sorry.
No, don't apologise. Even though you should. So it's important to... Yeah, because although it's only a few lines, you really need to have practiced, at different paces. And I appreciate them telling me, what sort of versions they need, because you're standing there in an uncomfortable position that's supposed to look natural, and you're going through all this stuff, and then you get direction like, well, that's great, but it's too fast. We've got an extra 2 seconds. You need to slow it down. And you just got to be able to sort of... for me personally, I find it easy to adjust like that when you absolutely got the script absolutely down pat.
Yeah.
So, so that I don't see it as going to be too challenging. It's going to be fun. I'm really going to enjoy it. Looking forward to making life insurance more interesting with my on-screen son who's old enough to drive. God.
Yeah, that old.
Old man Maxie. Oh, man. Anyway.
Oh, no. Senior. Let's do senior instead of old.
Senior.
Can you get one of those things at event? Are you a senior now?
Pensioner discount cards?
Yeah, pensioner discount.
Thanks for listening to Two Unemployed Actors. I'm Max.
I'm Sam.
And don't forget to subscribe on all your favourite podcast platforms, or just one of them, really. We're on YouTube as well, and social media. And we've got lots coming up in the coming weeks.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned for interviews and more. Bye.
See you guys.
Two unemployed actors.